Hi, my name is Richard Lander and this is a social viability video. In this video we're going to examine one of the sacred shrines of modern politics, democracy, in particular the form that it has taken on in the United States today. Politicians usually wave around the concept of a democracy when they wish to bring scorn upon some apparently undemocratic nation, or when they wish to stir patriotism and pride in their own brand of democracy. They usually use the term democracy in tandem with the word freedom, and seem to operate under the assumption that freedom is automatically attained with democracy and that one cannot possibly be free unless one is a citizen of a democratic nation. Well, I'm here to be completely politically incorrect and say that not only is that idea asinine, but that by and large democratic systems themselves are a joke. Not only is the modern American brand of democracy a joke, but the entire methodology is horribly antiquated and plainly ineffective. I'll concede that a democracy beats the heck out of a violent dictatorship and that democracy served America well when it broke free from the British. But America used a very different form of democracy when it was young, and also it wasn't subjected to the perversion of mass media manipulation at that time either. Fact is, the democratic process has failed us miserably in modern times. First of all, if you're given two candidates to choose from in an election, and they're both corrupt or incompetent, how free do you think you are? Can you really hope to exert some cause over the direction of your society in the elections that come around every few years? When I see the approval ratings of the US Congress in the teens, and then see the vast majority of congressmen and women get re-elected to office, it becomes painfully obvious that people routinely vote for candidates that they don't like. Why would anybody vote for someone they don't approve of? Why would anybody support someone they don't deem worthy of support? Because in this democracy, they don't have any other choice. Sure, there are more than two names on many ballots, but that's just padding. Virtually no media coverage is given to any candidate outside the two-party system in big-time politics. Not many people are going to vote for some random name on a ballot. People are going to vote for a name they recognise. And the sad truth is that name recognition and emotional attachment are the primary elements that drive votes. No intellectual or analytical foundation can be built where 30-second TV commercials and bumper stickers and signs with slogans in people's front yards. Politicians know that they need to build name recognition and emotional attachment, so these are the means they use to achieve their popularity. Their speeches are just full of hot air and empty promises. Political success is built on name recognition and emotional manipulation. And at the end of the day, a democratic election is merely a popularity contest. Whoever has the nicest smile and makes the most attractive promises usually wins the election. Do you really think that this mechanism brings our best and brightest into the offices of power? Even if you personally take the time and do the research to locate the most honest and most qualified for any given position, do you trust the rest of society to do the same thing? The truth of the matter is that some low-life degenerate who has no interest, let alone the ability to even understand the implications of their decision, they have just as much say in the democratic process as you do. This is the process that selects people for the most important offices in the land, for crying out loud. I mean, give me a break. The President of the United States, for example, should be a genius in philosophy and history, a wizard of management and economics. So why do we have so many politicians that struggle to even string intelligible sentences together without a teleprompter? How can you trust a system that rejects the likes of Ron Paul and Lyndon LaRouche and brings you half-wits like George W. Bush and slimy lawyers like Barack Obama? So what should we do then? How should we choose our leaders? We should choose them using a meritocracy, a system whereby those who merit the position are appointed to office. If the policy that determines what measures merit is sound, and if the elections are replaced with periodical evaluations based on that sound policy, then we can replace the half-wits and the slimy lawyers with truly competent decision makers that are beholden to getting the results that they were appointed for, rather than being beholden to the people that fund their election campaigns, that pay for their PR and marketing. Right about now, you should have a couple of concerns about how effective a meritocracy would be. What if the policy that determines the merit of our leaders is not watertight? Or what if it's not applied properly? Or what if it works well at first, but then the policy gets changed by some corrupt individual? The answer is that you must have the opportunity to discontinue your membership or citizenship altogether. You must have the opportunity to withdraw your funding and support at a moment's notice and boycott your social management organisation as easily as you would boycott a grocery store. And that is how social viability works. If any of our members decide that they don't like some policy that we have, such as how we determine the merit of important officials, then they can end their membership at any time. You can find out more about the policies and principles of social viability by going to socialviability.com, getting a free introductory membership, and getting a copy of my book, Social Viability Founding Policy. This book will give you a good introduction into how meritocratic systems and voluntary social membership can be implemented and how they can take over from the current broken systems that we have. Thank you for watching, and remember, don't fight the system, replace it.